Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by Too Late BB. There is no second best live YouTube stream to talk about the markets. Welcome back, guys. Happy Wednesday, January 14th. First time I'm going to be making this joke this year, but it's amazing how fast time flies when you're in markets, especially when you're in like these low volatility regimes and you're just hoping for the days to go by faster so that you can get a trending move. Well, it looks like we've got one, and at least one. It looks like, it's giving an attempt, right? We'll debate it on this show whether or not this is a real breakout, worth taking longs on, or if it's potentially a fake out. I don't want to throw water on the fire or anything, but we do remember the last few months of the way this market is traded. But I'm optimistic. I think we're going to have a great show talking about it. But welcome, guys. I'm Snorlax. You also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Tucker and, of course, Prometheus. Before we can get started, I'm going to ask if you guys can hit the like button for us. The market is pumping. If you're a believer, hit the like button. If you are a disbeliever, hit the like button. We're going to debate it on today's show. But just, pivoting to the market now, because I trust that you guys will hit the like button. I won't bug you too much today. I know we kind of probably want to look at the coins. Bitcoin is, currently trading around 97K. When will we see six-figure Bitcoin again? How close is it? I tend to think we're within a few days from a six-figure Bitcoin. I don't know if we'll get it today. That would be awesome if we did, especially if we got it on Market Check, for example. But I do tend to think that we're going to see it before the end of the week. And then I think that's where the interesting discussion kicks in, right? Because I was kind of texting with Prometheus about it yesterday, about how it's interesting, like a few months ago when we talked about the idea of downside, like it was very taboo. Nobody was particularly on board with the idea that it could manifest into what it did. And that because of how long the trend went to the downside, I almost feel like the sentiment flipped to where everybody was, not expecting any downside at all to now everybody is expecting this upside to turn into a shoulder. So we have kind of like this interesting psychological battle that I imagine is going to take place at a lot of different levels on the Bitcoin chart if we really get rolling. We'll have to discuss it. But I think Bitcoin structurally looks fantastic to continue squeezing. I don't know where this rally is going to end, but I also don't think that it makes sense to prematurely try to say, yeah, this is definitely going to become a shoulder, because what if it doesn't? And I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be planning as if it is or it isn't, and that will likely define, kind of how we trade over the next few weeks. But equities are showing a little bit of weakness today. I know people are going to be discussing how the divergence between crypto and equities has continued, right? We're now seeing equities weak and crypto strong. VIX pumping about 10% today. I am not really, I don't know about you guys. We can talk about it on the show. I'm not really putting that much weight in the sell-off that equities are seeing. I actually think they're probably going to continue to rip higher here over the next few weeks, and that FOMC could be a bullish catalyst for markets. But yeah, I won't deny that we have plenty of geopolitical risks that could cause headline shocks down on equities. And if they don't, then what is there even to talk about? So how are we doing, guys? What are we seeing in the markets? Are we believers of this pump on Bitcoin? Do we think a shoulder is forming? Are bears fatherless, or are bulls just delusionally optimistic again?
I mean, I think it looks pretty good, man. I don't, it's hard to argue with low time frame structure on Bitcoin, ETH, and SOL right now. I mean, obviously we could have a little intraday pullback, but I don't know, man. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, the only minor concern is equities, but not really. I think this probably ends up breaking higher. I mean, it's been a buy the dip regime in equities for a while. This is clearly compressing, though. I will say that. This is pretty clearly, getting getting tighter here. So this is gonna break soon. No more instant noodles. Some beautiful men that are watching. Thanks, Dorito. I could see. I don't know if they do this as savagely as they do in crypto, but like they could do one of these. You know, a little fake to one side and then send it. I actually know they don't do it as savagely as they do in crypto, but yeah, that's my only little hang up. But I don't think it's crypto has a lot of catching up to do. You know, everyone here on Sol below like 140 is underwater, so. Sol's an interesting one, man, because every time and this is kind of why it made me a little wary. Because every time it's bottomed since like February of 24, it's been like just a spike. You know what I mean? Like this was a little bit rounded here, but
that's a scoop, brother.
Yeah, it's just been a big spike, and this has been way more of a rounded deal, which we really haven't seen since like back here. We talked about that the other day, but that's why I was a little hesitant, but I'm not going to fight what the market is doing, man. I mean, everything looks so good. All the majors look great.
Boomers are poor. Millennials are rich.
Wow. The new paradigm.
Zoomers are rich in coins.
Yes. Boomers are poor. Millennials are rich.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. No, I love the divergence we're seeing today. About damn time. We've been in the blender for the last 8 weeks. Longer than that, really. I mean, we've been in the blender since October, let's be real. And we're finally starting to see some outperformance. We're leaving the range, man. We were on here 2 days ago, Tommy, saying, can we get some volatility in these markets? And look at us now.
On my hands and knees begging.
Oh, boy, we got it. We got it. We got some stimulation in these markets, and we love to see it. I just was like, just get us out of this range. I don't care if it's to the upside or to the downside. I just get me out of this box, this cage, this trap they have us in. Now the question is, you guys think alts are going to catch up? What are your guys' thoughts on alts? Because they are underperforming pretty heavily the past 2 days. What's going on?
I mean, I think it's probably healthy, bro. Majors need to lead. Majors definitely need to lead. But let's look at like hype.
Look at that Bitcoin like daily.
Hang on, let's see.
We're looking at
it's going.
I think when we get over 100K, you'll see altcoins really start to catch up. Or maybe not even 100K. Like off this next local pullback, I'm expecting altcoins to start really outperforming. If we're just using something like Sol as an example, I mean, just giving beach ball underwater vibes at this point. A few weeks ago, something like Solana looked absolutely dire. And like the ugliest chart you've ever seen. But I guess, that's kind of how bottoms do tend to look. In hindsight is very, very ugly. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting ready for altcoins to outperform here personally, unless we get some like vicious fake out. But I don't really see any reason why that would be the case.
Yeah, I mean, you guys think now, does that lead into a shoulder, or is this a high time frame bottom? Are we men of deltoids, or are we men of traps, or are we pumping this to new highs?
I don't know.
I think I'm kind of in the camp of like, all right, I'll be long some things, and if it's a bottom, it's a bottom. Prepare as if it's a shoulder, and if I get a pleasant surprise, why not? But here's what I will say: it's like I do think if it's a shoulder, crypto is going to do the thing where it's going to psyop you into thinking it's a bull market again. Everybody is probably going to think that we're going to have a bull market again, regardless of where this goes. Both the bulls and the people expecting a shoulder to form probably will think at some point. Like if we're getting a real like textbook crypto shoulder here, it's going to feel like the bull market is back on. So maybe you get some extension that doesn't even look like a shoulder. Or maybe we don't get a shoulder, because this is what I distinctly remember yesterday when I was texting you, Prometheus. It was like, that reminds me a lot of what people thought coming off the April low, was that, at least like myself, a few other people, I know we were kind of looking for Bitcoin will probably form a shoulder here and I'll look to short it. But then the other part of my thinking was, all right, well, if we do trade up to like 94K, you probably don't want to play for a shoulder, because those shorts are that's like bait. It's total bait to short that level. And then we went to new highs. So yeah, I mean, maybe crypto does go to new highs, but I'm not going to like spread myself too thin from like what I decide to long. I do think obviously it's worth having exposure though to the upside here.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely is. Let's see. ETH is the one I wouldn't really want to like buy right now. Like, it looks good, but I think Bitcoin and Sol locally have more upside potentially.
What if we're just doing the price action from October of 24 to June of 25 inverse? Like, who's it?
What?
Man, I love cats. Is that Tommy? Is that your alt?
No.
Yes. So
Talking about this?
No, on Bitcoin. If you take Bitcoin and you take the price action of bars pattern from October of 24, right before the the Trump pump, to the highs, and then you flip it on its head, and then you pull it out.
October.
If it's just a mirrored, yeah, pull the bars pattern, yeah. Oh no, keep pulling it all the way. Keep pulling it all the way.
Where do you think we are?
Pull it from October 24 all the way to July of 25. All the way to the high.
July. Close enough.
Yep. Now right click on that sucker and click.
You need me to do that? Or you need me to...
No. Yeah, right click on her. Now flip her. There she is.
That?
No.
What? That?
No. Pull it back down. Pull it back down. There you go. Now put the high up at the high.
Oh, are you saying this?
Yes.
Oh, for the shoulder scenario.
The shoulder. The deltoids.
Let's try to...
If we are consolidating within this range in like another 2 or 3 months, then I will definitely be inclined to think this is a shoulder.
Yeah.
That would also make me want to like do violent things to the market makers.
I'm freaking Dorito out in the comment section. Dorito, I'm just trying to incorporate some of the comment section here into the conversation and into the charts right now.
But that won't happen because we're going higher.
I will say, once we get up to like 100K, people are going to think we're so freaking back.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody's going to think we're so freaking back.
I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up to like, I think the most bullish scenario, honestly, is we gap up to like 105K and then consolidate for maybe like a few more days and just have a lockout trend, right? Like, obviously straight up in a straight line would be the most bullish. I don't know. I think that's kind of how I would expect it to look. I think if we get cucked by like the underside of 100K multiple times to where we're like forming these wicks, maybe on like a daily closing basis, then I would maybe look a little bit harder at like the shoulder setup. But right now, I think we just broke out of an almost 2-month range. We haven't really begun true expansion from that range just yet. And I'm inclined to think that it's not a fake out. So I don't really know how high it's going to go, but I think it could surprise some people. That's how Bitcoin tends to trade. It's either like a very sharp fake out before death. So basically you would need to be having a big red engulfing candle from effectively like right here. or you're going to have an overextension of the upside that bears were not expecting. Whether that's new highs, whether that's like 120K, who knows? But I do think, the general direction from here makes sense that we continue to go higher. And at the very least that like altcoins continue to outperform. I would not I'm not totally surprised that the market's doing this because, obviously I've been watching XMR, which has been kind of leading the market for the last few weeks, at least from like a relative strength standpoint. And I've been waiting for it to break out. My question was, all right, well, we already seen Zcash a few weeks ago trade negatively correlated with Bitcoin and crypto. So is another privacy coin breaking out going to be bullish or bearish for Bitcoin? Well, right now, I mean, I think we can clearly get our answer. And I don't think that XMR has finished its rally yet. I actually think it's probably about to undergo like its most aggressive leg up. So are we about to see crypto, Bitcoin, and everything else fall in line?
Maybe. I mean, what do you think about what I just put on here? I think it looks kind of crazy similar, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like ridiculously similar.
They're fairly similar, yeah.
Like
but also equities haven't sold off the way that they did in 2022.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. And we were obviously macro context is way different, but I mean, it looks the double top, even like the lower high, the higher high, even this little thing. But this shoulder did come all the way up to here, right? Which would be like before that last leg. I mean, that'd be like 108 almost, maybe like 105.
Yeah, my line in the sand is like 100 over 100K. You start seeing some nice weekly closes above 100K. You can't really fade that. I think if you see like consecutive weekly closes above 100K, for me, that's a very strong sign that this time is different. Tommy, we talked about too, with how this bottom formed. Bottoms that look like this are ones that are never ever visited again. If it is a high time frame, like if it is a high time frame bottom, right? That's kind of the other question. The similarities are uncanny, and this cycle has actually been very similar to last cycle from a price action perspective. Outside of kind of like the ETF, pre-halving pump and the 8-month consolidation, it's been super, super similar. So yeah, kind of like my line in the sand, like I said, 100K. And more specifically, if you can accept above 108, there's no reason why we shouldn't be going to new highs. 108 is like, there's no question about it. At that point, we're going higher. But I would like to see some breadth in altcoins right now. Like this is altcoin stealing the show, which I mean, rightfully so. Typically when we do see rallies like this on the big guy, he kind of takes the show for a little bit. And if he can remain above like 96, in my opinion, we can see some consolidation above there. Should see some catch up in alts. So we'll see what happens. Interesting market, man. VIX up, risk on assets up, commodities up. It's a crazy market.
Yeah, what is the VIX doing? We haven't checked in on the VIX in a minute.
It's up 12% today.
I mean, I don't think you're going to get a huge spike out of the VIX here or anything. But I mean, maybe for equities, the rise can drag it down a little bit short term, but it only goes up to inevitably get crushed, right? Apparently.
Hey guys, sorry I had a baby issue.
What's up, Jackus?
But sorry guys, didn't want to disrupt you from the cook session or something.
No, you're good. Glad to have you.
Yeah. Yep. Tommy, where's the VIX going? Maybe 20.
We'll see what it does here over the next like few days.
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't have like a super strong opinion on it though. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you get above 20, like you marked out, that's a key inflection point. That's where we broke down from on the BOJ news. It's the level I've been watching out for.
Yeah.
Some alts look really good. Some alts look horrible. I will say it's a pretty dislocated market across the board.
What looks good?
I think, interestingly enough, Monad actually looks good.
We would be pleased.
Yeah, the reason why I say it is just that higher low structure kind of forming off the bottom. You obviously have to protect the lows that we put in 2 days ago. If you're able to do that, I mean, it looks pretty decent to me. We have seen a lot of these VC coins do numbers off the lows. So we'll see if it can do something. I mean, Kita catching a nice bid the past couple days. What else? I mean, Hyperliquid's kind of questionable, right? Is this consolidation at the lows, or are we just kind of collapsing, or structure kind of collapsing in on itself? That's kind of the question I have for Hyperliquid right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one. You know, we've seen the dilution too with the like perp decks plays as well.
I remember you guys were looking for like single digits on Hype. Do you think that still counts, or not at all?
Only if Bitcoin just starts nuking from here.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I do definitely, because like it just doesn't, like, Hype to me looks like it needs way more time to do this if it's bullish. Like it's not just gonna do that. Like, you know, it needs to like build a little base. But
do you think it's gonna sweep the 10 cents wick low?
I think if it does, you're going to single digits. I don't think you sweep that low, and like, because I mean, you have an inefficiency that you backfill the majority of in that kind of like $21, $22 region. It's the POC of your range from the listing to before the breakout you had above $30. And you had some liquidity stacked there. So I think the low for Hyperliquid kind of has to be in my opinion. If you're encroaching on the low that you set back in middle of December, then I definitely see single digits. I would be pretty shocked if it goes to new highs from here. From a structural perspective, we kind of talk about the overhanging supply that's there. I mean, that's a textbook distribution too. It looks very similar to Caspa, actually. It just occurred a lot quicker.
What do you think of Caspa, Prometheus?
I don't have too many thoughts on it, and the reason why is like I haven't kept up like with it fundamentally. I don't know what's there from like a project perspective. I don't know what they're shipping. I think Caspa did as well as it did because of when they kind of launched and when they were able to grab attention, right? They did launch in, kind of like the bear market of 23, which allowed for them to be positioned very well for the first wave of liquidity that came in the market that was much, much, much more concentrated. Now, it's one of those questions like, are they actually going to be doing anything meaningful? Like, are they going to be able to, re-attract liquidity within the sector? I see this kind of rounded bottom forming. Like, is it worth a long from a trade perspective? Sure. Is it something I want to invest in? I don't really have an opinion on that.
So is still Bitcoin a test network for Caspa?
That's the question for the Caspa community. I forget what they called them. I forget what the Caspa chads were called.
Caspanauts, is that a thing?
Oh my god,
that was a thing.
Oh no.
Caspanauts. All right.
The Caspanauts. I mean,
I mean-
Bitcoin was simply a test net for Caspa, so
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the Caspa chart and I have my thoughts conflicted pretty much as you. It looks like, it just did undergo like a classical bear market, like it went down minus 82%. And actually, when I'm looking around, it's still looking kind of like it could be a good buying opportunity at some point, perhaps this point. But at the same time, it's tricky.
yeah.
Because when you guys are thinking what to pick, right, from like the mayhem that Alt's been through the past year or two, which ones do stick out? And I don't see many. So I'm trying to think about which ones,
I'm in the same camp. I was mentioning it on the spaces. Like, I'm not going to paint myself into a corner and like pre-select alts going into a bear market, or like thinking of ones like when we're in a high time frame downtrend, which ones are going to do the best coming out of that high time frame downtrend. I more so want to see structure, and I want to see too, like, where's the attention at, right? Because I think a lot of people, where they get it wrong is they're like, oh, this thing is great fundamentals, right? It has, for reasons XYZ, this is going to be a prime candidate to run coming out of the bear market. And then they bid it, and it's a complete laggard, where you could have just waited and then seen and watched for what does well. And then, sure, you're not necessarily buying the Pico lows, but at least you're waiting for confirmation that whatever it is that you're bidding actually has like some form of organic underlying bid within it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but do you have the picks? Did you see something?
Do I see something right now? I'd see a lot of altcoins that look terrible, if I'm being real.
Yeah.
Another alt that I think looks really good is Pump.
Pump, eh? Let's see, where's let's see, USDT. Wait, no, we need more.
No, so I sit with a window kind of behind me over my shoulder, and so it fucks up the lighting. If I turned around the other way, that's why.
It's because you're a vampire.
Yes, I'm a vampire in my dungeon.
I don't know. I still think, I guess it's kind of like interesting to see the continued divergence between, big tech equity and, some of these more fundamentally sound assets. Not that like financials or health stock or like healthcare stocks are particularly strong today, but like the charts that look the worst are all the Mag 7 charts.
Like what? Does Apple still look terrible?
I mean, like Nvidia looks horrible.
Oh my god, Apple
Tesla
looks so
horrible.
bad.
I don't really know what the breakdown from this Nvidia distribution is going to look like, truthfully, but
isn't that bearish equities if Nvidia breaks down?
it is. Yeah, it would be, but I don't think it's like an imminent thing necessarily.
So you think it's gonna like range and distribute for a little longer?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I would say, gun to my head, I kind of think that unless volatility trades in a way where it's like, okay, yeah, we could have a vol event, then I kind of feel like it's just going to be a flow, like it's going to be a range and then bleed sort of pattern. But I don't know. Because the structure looks so bad. so bad. But I don't know if it's ready to like break down yet.
Which levels would you be looking for Nvidia if that comes at some point?
The bid?
Yeah, like where do you think Nvidia drops if and whenever that happens?
I don't know. I think it could drop a fair bit. I do take into account a little bit like what Michael Burry has to say about some of these super overvalued stocks like Palantir and Nvidia. Like I know his put is, I think it's December 2027 or January 2027. I'm not sure which expiration, but he's looking for like 110 on Nvidia to come again. So
Wow, that
yeah,
would be quite a drop.
I think it can drop a
50% drop.
Yeah, but I don't know like where I would be a buyer of a chart like this.
That would be more than during the tariff sell-off.
Like it could just be really choppy until you break the structure that it's been in since July. So I don't know if it's going to like really impact the indexes that much unless you have a reason for it to sell off aggressively, which I would have to be like a semiconductor catalyst in general.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other big semiconductor?
TSM, Intel.
What is it?
AMD.
Yeah,
You
AMD.
can go you can go TSM,
Yeah.
Lam Research, MU, Qualcomm, ASML,
Yes,
ON, AMD, Intel, CDNS.
Oh wow, Jackus.
Dude, I watched a video on ASML on their tech, and it is nuts. Like what they did and accomplished it's crazy. It's actually
Remember this
crazy.
one, Tommy?
They basically have
SMH.
The semiconductor ETF.
yeah.
I mean, holy hell.
Prometheus, about ASML, they spent like, I'm not sure if it was like 12 years, but they spent like 12 years
Mhm.
building a product. Then they spent another time like making it, sellable. And now, so it was a really long process, but now they are at a point where they are like I do not want to say a monopoly, but they are like a dominant player in the market where they have such a huge time advantage and knowledge advantage. So China's trying to replicate that, but they are still very far behind. And at some point they'll probably do, but ASML still has a huge market advantage and no competitors.
Yeah. Their tech is incredible. It's incredible. There's this like documentary on YouTube you can watch. It's like 40-50 minutes long about that whole process, from like startup to proving out the tech and all that. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting though. Like watching these.
Jeez, what a chart.
You guys got 300 milli-ganillis, and we can buy one of these chip makers, one of their imprinters.
What does Intel look like?
Looks good.
It does. It does look good.
I mean, it looks like SMH.
I feel like Intel is gonna rip soon.
Wait, no, that's not
Like, surely there's gonna be something that takes this to. Oh man, it's just gonna make all-time highs soon, man.
Yeah.
This is about to like 62. That's getting smashed this quarter. Bookmark this. Intel will make new all-time highs this quarter.
Mm-hmm. Do you have some insider information, Tommy?
No, but it's in the charts. There's something in the chart.
Did you receive a Trump call or something?
No, I think this is a good long.
It's one of those charts you could just buy and like honestly hold for the next 5 years and do great. Like I'd be super shocked if they let anything happen to Intel at this point.
Do you remember the sentiment at 20 on Intel?
Yes, I do. And I freaking bought some calls at the lows and then got shook out of my position after their earnings.
And then Trump comes out and says, "We're gonna
Yeah.
invest in Intel."
Bastard.
Many such stories.
Did you guys see Trump at the Ford factory yesterday?
I did not.
Yeah, he was at the Ford factory, doing his thing. And then like somebody on the line, on the manufacturing line, screams out, "Pedophile protector." And he just like starts flipping the guy off. He's like, "Fuck you." And then that guy's now suspended.
Okay.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Have you guys covered Monero?
No.
Not yet. We need to.
We need some privacy in our life. After all
I'm,
this
uh,
stimulation, it's hard to hide. It's hard to hide the meat stick with all this stimulation. We need some privacy.
Big Monero guy.
Dude, what? Oh man, it's almost doubled in like a week.
Want to see me do it again?
It literally looks like silver chart. If you're gonna Tucker, if you're gonna use a secondary chart down below and sort of scale, and you'll probably have to go on like monthly, but you'll know
Jeez.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, it does.
Zoom out on both more.
Where's that 90, bro? All right, let's do monthly and monthly. Well,
Dude, silver is a monster.
You need to do like 3 months on silver,
yeah.
probably. Yeah, but like
That's why you love the Monero chart so much, Jackus. It's because you've been watching the silver chart so much.
Well, they're identical.
Yeah. Is that what initially drew you towards Monero, Jackus? Was just
no,
what
no.
was it?
This was like the last thing that I only liked, but I suppose what I liked the most was like that 3-year bottom accumulation when it got rocked totally by the exchange delistings, and there was like zero follow through on that. The market absorbed it and then broke to the upside, and I was like thinking, hey, it spent, and at that point it was like 7 years. It spent 7 years going sideways. This is exactly pretty much where XRP pumped from. I do see, with all the, especially in Europe, with like all the retarded regulation that they are doing, with the launch of CBDCs and all of that, I was like, yeah, there is fundamental demand. Market has absorbed all the negative news, all the listings, and the price broke to the upside. So at 207, that seemed like a solid buy to me.
I like the fundamentals, and then the silver fractal is what sold me on allocating.
And I also like one more thing. It seems like this space is about Bitcoin maxis. Then there are like crypto people, and then there is like Bitcoin maxis who are like, but Monero is fine. And I think that fits really well.
We like the orange privacy coin.
We love the orange privacy coin.
It's a good question though. There's a Cope answer, and then there's an honest
Wait, what did you say? Why is Zeke so hated when it rallied, but XMR is so loved? I think because there's not as many people talking about it.
Yeah, and the people that were talking about Zcash were just completely sus. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
is this real? Like,
Yeah, there was some of that. Yeah.
I hated Zcash pump because I wasn't allocated to it. That's your
Yeah.
honest answer.
yeah, except for Barry. Barry's been giving me the rundown on all the privacy sector shit right now. You guys look at Pirate Chain.
I heard Naka talk about that on the Spaces the other day.
Dude, it's crazy. The correlation between it and XMR.
I was inviting Barry so many times to come on the show and give us like a rundown on the on Zcash and privacy in general, because I think that would be really interesting information. But
Mm.
and if you are listening, Barry, again, I would be really intrigued to hear about that.
ARR and ICP.
ARR.
Yeah, let's look at ITP form real quick. I don't know what. Well, we can.
Oh, there he is.
I know.
Barry.
The man. All right.
Come on, Barry. Come on the stage. Talk to us.
Barry, we need some privacy information. We've been stimulated because of these big meat sticks lately. We need to be understanding what's occurring.
Stimulate us with you. Sorry.
Who's Barry? Come on now.
Barry's one of the BB Discord legends. He's been around the block for a while.
2022. Bros, come on. Barry, I'll send you the link right now if you want to come up here and just talk shop.
We need to somehow bully him into coming onto stage. Maybe we have to like say that Zcash is totally trash and it's just going to go down. Something like that.
Jackus, have you looked at these charts? Have you looked at ICP?
I do have it on my watch list. It's one of few. I think it's definitely worth keeping an eye on it. It kind of does remind me perhaps of Ethereum Classic from last cycle, like before 2021, I could say. I remember how everyone like disregarded Ethereum Classic, and not that it's something amazing, but like Grayscale used to accumulate it all the time, and people were like, all right, they do not know what they are doing. They have like all these majors, but then Ethereum Classic did in 2021 that last like 3,500% pump.
That pump on Ethereum Classic in the last cycle was so gnarly. I mean, there was a massive difference between the Coinbase price and like everywhere else. I remember.
Obviously, like that lasted like how long? Few months. That was 135 days and nothing since then. But that run was
Story of altcoins, Jackus.
Unfortunately. Do you see that move to the downside? like since 2021. I wish if altcoins could like invert that, right? Just have this insane capitulation down now, and then from there you just like, or don't have it, right? Because whatever, but just start climbing steadily up like that, like the same way they go down. Can you reverse that?
Flip it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I wish like alts would trade this way going forward, just steadily upward instead 1 month pump and then 11 months down.
Yeah.
Don't you?
1
Wouldn't you
month
like that
up,
more?
11 months down. Yeah.
No, I'm actually enjoying this stupid way of altcoin trading, Jackus. We should do it. We should do it even more like the last year and a half, not less.
Look, just a quick Tommy of the chart. But I was saying before that the way stocks trade is like this, right? And then there is like that drop, and then they do this, and then drop, and then sort of like that. The way alts, and we are talking the better outcome where they like go up is more like that. Boom. Boom. Right? So essentially it's like the same move. Again, we are talking about only a few of those that go up, because most of these just do this, of course, but like I would still way more enjoy this phase than this one. But
They make you eat drawdown on so many of these altcoins for just like relentless periods of time, and then not every altcoin even like overcomes the bleed,
yeah.
You used to be able to DCA into coins that were on deep value, and you could get away with it because there weren't that many of them. And you can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Any equities tickle your fancy? Anyone?
I love oil stocks. All my oil chads in the chat. Oil looks so good.
Okay, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Louis been big on Chevron.
You know who got Louis and Chevron?
No, I don't.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
But who got all into oil stocks? Right here.
Jackson's baby.
I think it's
Jack,
the next
Jack
big
has had a
thing.
kid and then got uber bullish on oil.
I think it's the next big thesis. I think, and I think it's not a coincidence how US is taking over oil countries, or interfering with them, like Venezuela, Iran, right? Something's brewing.
Yes.
Oil shortage, Jackus?
Oil shortage?
Yeah.
Dude, not Tom Lee going on CNBC 2 weeks ago saying that oil was going to go to $40.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
Stick to pumping the coins, big guy.
He's pivoted.
I didn't know it was him, but I remember everyone at the Lowe's was saying that we go to 40. Just didn't know it was him. So, yeah. Can he say that ETH is going to like $400 so that we can go to 40,000?
I don't think ETH looks that bad here, to be honest.
We spent 5 years. Tommy, we spent 5 years. to defend.
Yeah.
Really is the worst. I feel like we're gonna fingers crossed, man. I mean, I feel like we can go try range eyes again.
It's like the Monero and silver structure, just so much uglier.
I think you nailed it. When you think about it, Monero's trading better than ETH this cycle.
Mhm.
It is.
It's more returns, that's for sure.
Maybe rightfully so.
Definitely rightfully so. The Virgin ETH cell versus the Chad Monero guy. I don't really know what what noun to use.
Dude, it's so confusing. Like Bitcoin looks pretty freaking decent here. It looks good. And the indices look horrible. Same with Mag 7.
ETH kind of does
So
look like silver, doesn't it?
IWM looks good though. IWM looks good.
Look at the Russell Futures RTY.
that leaves you even more confused, Doc.
Yeah. I mean, Russell futures still look good.
I'm not really buying this equity sell off.
Peter, I am bullish.
Showing signs of bullishness.
It's hard. It's like it's like pulling a freaking child out of a playground trying to get me to be bullish.
SPOO's got to keep going up.
I mean, NASDAQ down 1.5, US down 1, Bitcoin up 2.5. Fuck it. Boomers are poor.
Are boomers rotating their profits from the equity market into Bitcoin right now? Breaking news.
Yeah, people forget me being crazy bullish.
Where did the term Bermetius come from? I think
I love that term, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's really funny.
Great one.
So I was bearish at the highs, and a lot of people did not agree with it.
in such cases.
I was bearish on Solana at 250, and that's when I got the nickname.
At 250, like in September.
On the dot.
Yeah. Me too. But little did I expect that it's going to rock the whole space this way.
Dude, the Solana treasury companies was like a screaming top signal for me. Like that was like, all right, guys, come on.
Solana treasury companies. Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, when I saw Capital Flows bidding a hyperliquid treasury company stock, I was like, frothy. It's a little frothy.
All right, boys, I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
See
All
you,
right.
buddy.
Adios.
See ya.
Mm.
Where did I pull this from?
I kind of feel like Coinbase stock is just going to keep trading like a total cow to the rally. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
Oh no.
Do you think that Coinbase stock is going to underperform even if market were to continue going higher?
yes. Yes, I do. It just I don't know. I mean, I think technically it's weak, and fundamentally it's extremely weak in my eyes.
I think that Coinbase has a meeting with $200 at minimum. I know that you think lower probably, but
You know what that 150 level kind of reminds me of? I'm actually not even going to say it.
teases you and then denies you.
I mean, you know how these exchange tokens trade though, Jackus, where it's like that one level that just can't break. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
maybe it holds it, maybe it doesn't.
I see what you mean now.
There are two possible interpretations of what I just said.
Pick your winner.
This is kind of scary, man.
What is that? What is that 65 derived from? Is it from the high?
It's a fib.
Yeah, no, I know, but like from which level?
It's from high to this low, and so I did the same thing from this high to this low.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Retraced right to it, and then nuked, which is a little scary. Delete that chart.
Do you know what usually happens when you do these?
Huh?
They play out. I remember your 1.618.
Yeah. All right, I'll delete it. I don't want it to play out.
That reminds me of the meme. The best time to delete this post was immediately after sending it. The second best time is right now.
Yeah.
ETH NFTs catching a fat bid. Is that legit?
Like what?
I saw that punks were catching a little bit of a bid earlier today.
ETH, huh? A little gap up on ETH.
I actually haven't checked this chart at all. Is there some alpha?
These
to
are
it?
kind of catching a bid.
ITA. Do we like ITA?
What is that?
Aerospace and Defense ETF.
Oh,
I mean,
geez. Trump is going to bully Europe into spending more on defense. So I think generally, there is a narrative behind being bullish on defense stocks, and the whole world is sort of like trying to attack each other these years. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Astro says there's going to be a war in 2027, so I'm bullish on defense stocks.
What do you guys think about the that chart that says like times in which it is good to sell, times when it is good to buy, and times when panic occurred?
I've been thinking about it a lot.
I have it saved on my desktop.
Because it says 2026.
Mainly, I've been paying attention to it mainly because, when it says to buy again, it's like 2032.
Yeah, it says sell good prices this year and then come back in like 3 or 4 years, basically.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
I have an idea how it might play out. Just speculative, though.
Does it involve the ground shaking?
No. Actually, no. It does involve the S&P pumping from here, though.
8,000 imminent.
Would be cool. I'm starting to like Doritos' target of 7777.
Oh, maybe that's what.
What if
Maybe
it's
that's
eight
what I
eight eight
saw.
eight?
I don't know, man. I saw a license plate. It said Soul 777, so I think that's where Soul is going to end up.
But wait, wasn't the meme 69?
Yeah, but 777. It's quite a pump from here. It's just a little 5.5x. Boys, we dumping?
Not really. We dropped like 500 points on
Oh.
the time frame.
It's over. Pack it up.
Yeah, I shorted the top of this with max size, and I just retired.
With Max.
It was quick.
Study
Yeah.
max size.
Yeah, wait, Anon. You didn't catch this move for the 15R?
I just moved my stop loss to break even.
Oh. Free trade.
Level to level, me matey.
Level to level, dude. Tommy's on a roll.
Do we need to update our 25-year-old analyzer?
Yeah, probably.
I'll. It sort of hides the other levels. Let me find it. Wait.
Here's how I'm thinking about it, though. Like, I mean, Bitcoin has diverged from equities clearly, and we are trading like 30-40% structurally below where equities are trading right now. So, like, what are the odds that we just get a crazy catch-up move on crypto? I know everybody has been thinking that divergence is going to close the other direction where equities sell off, but what if crypto catches up?
What if?
I know,
What
things I'm
if?
asking myself.
Where would catching up be to, though?
I don't know.
110?
That's kind of the beauty of it, right?
To your question, Tommy, the way I go about it is that I simply am right now positioned more defensively, in stocks and stuff that, like, I want to be exposed to the market, but again, as you said, you look at the NVIDIA stuff and you say lower. That's the stuff I do not really want to be positioned in. And so, yeah.
Bottom,
Wait, what was that?
bottom formed here on Bitcoin SPX. Tommy is bullish Mog.
No, Tommy is not. Tommy hates Mog. Honestly.
Where's the doctor when you need him?
Which meme coins do you guys think pick up the most when we turn around?
My bags.
My
I'm only holding one meme coin right now.
Look at this.
Do
Tommy,
you think that, for example, WIF is going to make a comeback at some point?
oh my gosh.
What about Flocky? What about Shib?
Shibo. I don't know if Dogwood Fat's ever going to come back,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that, personally.
Are you not interested in investing into fundamentally sound meme coins with a hat?
I think I'll choose the speculative ones with a hat. That actually does not look that bad.
I know.
That kind of makes me want to bid some, to be honest. That chart, Tucker, oh my God, I just had like a massive freaking flashback. That chart is a link from 2019 to 2020. Study this, boys.
This, like down there. Hang on.
No. 2019 to 2020. Barcoin's going to go back to the highs from here, and then it's going to go to zero again.
All right, where are we? Oh, we're
Study this, dude. Oh my God.
God. Oh my God. So you're what? You're in.
I need to buy some Fartcoin. Holy shit.
You're in here. Is that what you're saying?
Investment advice.
Bro.
Is that what you're saying right there, Tommy?
Yes.
Basically.
For a decent comparison, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Tommy, what about this move?
That's going to be awesome to trade, dude. What do you mean?
Let's pretend that never happened for Link
Yeah.
Oh,
or
shit.
anything else.
That's a crazy pull, Tommy, from memory. That was insane. Should we do a little fractaling? Oh God.
I think we should.
All right. Let's
All right. Well, I think I know what I'm doing after market check.
Studying farts.
It seems like it. He's a cat. Some might say I'm a reptilian person, Dorito. I would not be one of them to say that, though. Dude,
I mean, but the scale is not.
this is going to new highs.
Yeah, this would be. It's basically that. But actually, Link went a lot higher than that. This fractal doesn't really. Yeah. I mean, this would say like 50 billion. That's basically what it would say. Because this tops out right here. And then it pulled
That's though.
it pulled like a 2.5x from there. So it actually says like 12 bill, but whatever. That's wild.
So basically, sell the range high on Fartcoin. Study that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, actually.
Can you imagine? Like, what would even cause Fartcoin to have a drop like that?
I don't know.
It would have to be like a broad risk market rally, probably.
Wow. I am in disbelief. July 26th. You want an explanation? I'm not going to give it to you in public, unfortunately, but if you're in the Discord, I will. I have already shared what it is in the Discord. It is astrology, though. I'll give you that hint.
It's the date when China is going to invade Taiwan.
That it is not. I will at least say that.
It is the date when Trump is going to kick out Powell. Close enough.
Close
It's
enough.
in May. It's in May.
will be an important turning point for the market in all likelihood.
Anything else, boys?
Not that immediately comes to mind. I think that's probably a good spot for us to wrap up the show. Thank you guys for tuning in to Market Check. As always, we appreciate your continued support and likes, of course, on the video. If you enjoyed the stream today, a reminder that we host Market Check throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when the New York Stock Exchange is open. So catch us again tomorrow and obviously Friday to wrap your week up. Our typical start time is around 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see you again tomorrow at the same time. But of course, also make
you again. Sorry.
Also, make sure to finish up your day with Market Talk, hosted by the legendary King Wabi. That is an X Spaces hosted through the Because Bitcoin account, as well as by King Wabi's account. So make sure to stay following and subscribe to both of those accounts so you can be notified when we start those spaces. But we do have a pretty uniform start time for those now, which is around 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Like I've already said, we're going to run now, and we'll see what we get from the market here for the rest of the day. But until tomorrow, thanks again, guys. And of course, stay safe.
Tired of outdated trading tools, confused charts, dozens of tabs, endless stress? You're not alone. Introducing BB Terminal, your all-in-one command center for crypto trading. Track your portfolio, monitor the markets, stay ahead, all in one place. From chaos to clarity, from struggle to success. BB Terminal,